Do I look fat in these?
My name is Brely. I just lost 40 pounds on Jenny. As soon as the program was over,
Light is on.
Mom, I need some money.
What was Sparkle like?
Whitney pulled me aside. She said, God is requiring of you to use all of your gifts.
My conversation with funny lady Brely Evans starts right now. My name is Kenneth Mosley, and this is We Got Next. And one of the great things I love about We Got Next is that I get an opportunity to talk to so many gifted and talented people. They probably were in the gifted and talented program growing up. I'm speaking today with the very lovely, beautiful Brely Evans. You may have seen Brely, like many of us did, as Sabrina on Just Right, or even recently as Nichelle, as a recurring special guest on Being Mary Jane. Let's tune in Sparkle with Whitney Houston, Jordan Sparks, and so many others. But today she's talking to us about some life lessons that she has learned and how she broke into Hollywood. Brely, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me, and you did your homework. I was like, you know the characters' names and everything. Come on.
Just a little bit
I love that.
Research. You're beautiful.
You're so kind. Thank you so much. I tried this
I know
morning.
you get that every day.
I do. I was like, I do. But you know, Mommy and Daddy, you guys did good.
There you go.
Yeah, they did good.
Oakland, California.
Yes, my home.
Tell me, a girl from Oakland coming down to LA, the big city, how did you break into Hollywood?
Well, what it was I told my parents, you know, I'm going to finish my college degree in LA. I'm going to go to Cal State LA, get my marketing degree, and maybe go into the master's program. That's what I told my parents. Mm-hmm. So I came and I gave them the degree, mm-hmm. but all the time I was like, how do I break into this music industry? Wow. You know, so I was writing for people, singing background, doing all these things, and I just really wanted it. I call myself Brelance. I was like, Beyonce, who is that? I was here before her. You know what I mean? It's Brelance, baby.
That's funny.
And that, it was like, you know, kind of taking a little bit of form, but not really. And my girlfriend said, you know, Brely, there's something really special about you, and I think the world doesn't know. But I think if the world knew you were alive, you're undeniable. So let's do YouTube. Let's get a camera, and let's, you know, create the Brely Show. And we did that, and the right 100 people, it didn't go viral, the right 100 people saw the Brely Show on YouTube, and my phone started ringing, which landed me sitting on set looking at Queen Latifah talking in Just Right.
Tell me about the Brely Show, because you're entertainment all by yourself. You're a one-woman act. So.
Well, the Brely Show is like, well, the idea was that the whole reality thing, I would be out with my girlfriends or my guy friends, per se, and talking about what's happening in pop culture. And then, so say we were sitting at breakfast talking about Beyonce and the single lady thing, and boy, I sure would like to learn that dance. That dance is like incredible. And then so it just like goes into my thought, and so the camera kind of metamorphoses into me in full Beyonce wear, leotard, dance studio, background dancers, let's go for it. Right. So it's still there, guys, so if you guys want to check it out.
It is. It's on YouTube, and it's got plenty of followers and plenty of hits.
Yeah, now people are, kind of caught on to it.
Okay, so you started with the Brely Show. Now you're 50,000 followers. You were a spokesperson for Jenny Craig. You lost 40 pounds.
Yes.
You do a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I do. Like, I don't turn down anything but my collar. That's one of my go-to sayings, because it's just true. That's what I try to, you know, infuse into other people that I meet is, you know, you have to maximize the moment you have now, because tomorrow's not promised. And with that being said, focus on what you can do today that will get you one step closer to that main goal.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
In this industry, and in most industries, and just in life in general, everything is about relationship and connection and who you know. How do you develop great connections and use those connections to further your own purpose?
Well, that's interesting you say that, because those who know me personally know that I don't network. I don't either. I don't go to networking events. When I'm invited, a gracious thank you, but I probably won't be making that. Right. I don't network, and here's a shameless plug, you know, go to my website, buy my t-shirt that says, I don't network, I let God work. That's my slogan. I love that. Thank you. And it's so true, because I believe that I'm always being led to be in the right places with the right people at the right time, and they will eventually develop into what it needs to be. Yes. My relationship with Mara and Salima Kill is one. In fact, we had a real estate relationship.
Oh, wow.
And it was 4 years later that they called me to say, oh, you know, we think we want you to come in to read for a part in Sparkle. Like 4 years later. But and they were also baffled that when we were working with you in real estate, why you never told us you were an actress?
You never said anything.
I don't do all that. I just say, you know what, God, whatever you have for me, and I'm going to be the best employee or worker at wherever. When I was at Time Warner Cable, I was one of the top salespersons. When I was working for them, I really wanted to show excellence in what I was doing. I didn't want to be there going, now y'all know I'm an actress.
Yeah.
You know, can I get a part?
Yes.
Like, that's not, you don't have to do that. Just kind of.
I believe if you can be found doing your purpose for that day and for that moment, your purpose for tomorrow will find you.
Well, give me some on that. I love that. I love that.
Absolutely. But here's my question also, because many people, they want to use every relationship as an opportunity. How can you optimize a relationship without being opportunistic?
Well, I believe that, like, again, and I hate to sound like a broken record, maximize the moment. You know, my parents have always told me to be interested in what somebody else has going on.
Yes.
Because a lot of times people have, oh, Brely, oh, Brely, oh, Brely. My mother says, stop them sometimes. You know, and say, well, what do you do?
Yes.
You know, and how can I be of service to you? I have a wonderful friend in Texas, and Miss Cheryl Action Jackson.
Yeah.
And we talked,
I know Cheryl.
and we connected from day one because we both couldn't get it out fast. What can I do for you? How can I help you? If we're staying in the mind of service for others, you're gonna get what's for you.
Wow.
Stay in the mind of service.
I really come to be like their mother in a sense, you know what I'm saying? I give mom hugs on the set, you know, and they're just, I don't know, they were just perfect.
Before the release of the film, I asked the cast of Sparkle about their experience working with the late Whitney Houston.
Great of an actress as she was a singer.
All I think about is music. It takes a lot of faith to believe in yourself.
When I got the part and they were like, Whitney's playing, you know, your mother, I fell on the floor and started crying because she fell out. I literally fell on the floor and started crying.
Yeah, y'all like that, huh? Make you want to dance, huh?
Get it, mama.
Mama gonna get it. And you will too. Keep dancing like that, you bring home some kids you can't feed.
She was so kind, and just, you know, the bond that we all shared and we all created together, Whitney being our mother, I think you really see that come across the screen, and it was real. Like when we would say I love you to her, like we meant it.
Now I have to ask the question.
Yes.
What was Sparkle like, and how was it like to be around Whitney Houston? What was that experience for you?
Sparkle, that experience, it changed me in a way that when I got to set, first of all, getting the part was phenomenal and incredible in itself, because going to the meeting, audition, the world calls it, I call it a meeting, I looked in the lobby and I knew I was already a fan of those girls. And I said, Lord, why am I here? Right. They're selling tickets. I'm going to buy a ticket if any one of them, you know. And so I heard a still small voice that said, I gave them talent, but I gave you some too. Just use yours. That's all I require of you.
Wow.
I don't require you to do runs like her. I don't require you to act like her. I require you to do you.
Yes.
And so I heard that and I was like, well, all right, well, I'm gonna do me. And thank you, Lord. You know, I got the part. Now getting to the set and looking around, seeing Omari Hartwick, Derek Luke, Whitney Houston, Jordan Spark, all these people I'm a fan of. And I just felt like they gave me wings and said, okay, butterfly, go on, fly. And I felt like I was the baby on set, but I'm such a fan that I was like, you know, at every moment taking it all in. When they were on, you know, on camera and I wasn't, I was sitting with producers and they were like, what are you doing here, Brely? I was like, learning, just staying a sponge. It was an incredible moment in life, and I'm so grateful that I had that opportunity.
What you're telling us is learn how to function in a new circle. Don't just, you know, be so wowed by it that you're not learning from it.
Absolutely.
What did you take away from Sparkle? What did you learn?
Well, what I learned is that you have to use all of your gifts. Being that acting has been working for me, being that it's paying the bills, I call myself an actor. But Whitney pulled me aside and said, come here, niece. I said, who, me? Like, you called me niece? Oh.
Right.
And she was like, sing this, do this. And I was like, oh, why is she making me sing? I was like, I'm an actor who can sing a little bit, you know. And she said, you know, God is requiring of you to use all of your gifts, and that's why he trusted you with them. So I don't want to hear you around here saying, I'm an actor who can sing a little bit. No. So I want to hear a project. And I want you to send me some songs, And so I said, yes, Auntie.
Yes.
That's great.
Right.
And that, you know how we do.
Sure.
Older folk. We're like, okay. Walked away from that and didn't think twice about it, to be honest with you. She passed away.
Yeah.
I was like, ugh. All I could hear was that conversation playing over and over in my head, and I felt the calling to get my butt in the studio somewhere and use my gift. So hence my Christmas song that came out. It's on iTunes now. But I just, what I learned is that you cannot sit on any of your gifts. You have to use them all. And I know sometimes you might get pulled further in one, but you have to be, you know, we're not created in fear. And I think the music, I kind of has a fear there because I was like, if I can't be Beyonce, I don't want to do it.
It's hard not to be intimidated when when your gift is not what everyone else is.
Yes. But it's like, no, you have to do you. And so that's what I learned there, is to be okay with who I am authentically and use what I have. And that's my lesson.